Well, I always wait till Thanksgiving evening to set up my Christmas stuff. And I have 5 inflatables and a revolving snowflake projector on the front of the house. So I've got those set up. I changed out the bulbs on the front of my garage. And then the other thing that's different this year is I changed the bulbs at my front door, and those are changing color lights. You can see that they change colors, and then I'll go down to the end of the barn and show you those. May not be dark enough to see these clearly, but this is a projector that puts some stuff on the side of the barn. Probably a lot more clear when it gets completely dark. So I guess you can say that Christmas season has officially begun at Fescue Farm. I might mention it's pretty darn cold outside right now. Expecting, this is a Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and they're expecting 1 to 3 inches of snow on Saturday. Well, good morning, folks. It is a Sunday morning, and I gotta tell you, you have to like raising livestock on mornings like this. Snow last night. It actually must have warmed up during the night because a lot of it is melted, but I think it's supposed to get colder as the day goes on. Most of my morning chores are done, but now I'm heading out to make sure that everything has hay. So I started a tractor, and it should be warm, and it started right up, so that's a good thing. Well, as you can see, I'm doing the typical go get hay and put it out. The only difference is it is pretty cold this morning. I thought the ground would be froze, but I think the snow kept it from freezing. But it'll be froze by tomorrow because I think it's supposed to get down into the 20s or even the teens. Always a fun time. I wish I could explain how things happen. Obviously one of the worst mornings possible. The calves and a few cows that's here, they had tore the electric fence down in several places, so I've spent time in the mud, the cold, and the snow getting that fence back up. I haven't plugged it back in yet because I'm still in the process of hauling hay. Well, as you can see, there's a couple bales of straw in the truck that I'm going to put in the outside goat pen since it's so cold. Hooking up the livestock trailer because I'm hauling cattle to Vincennes on Wednesday. So see if I can get this in the first try. Usually I can't. things about this week or next weekend's activities. If you're not familiar with the item called Hoosier Beef Congress, it's one of the biggest prospect steer and heifer shows in the U.S. It's going to be held in Indianapolis, Indiana next weekend, which is like December 7th, 8th, something like that. I've got my calendar in front of me. So if you want to see information on that, you can go to Facebook to Indiana Beef, and they have information there, or you can go to the Indiana Beef Cattle Association website, and there'll be information there that show it runs through, I think, Friday through Sunday. And I can mention that I will be there on Sunday morning, not this weekend, which is December whatever, but the Sunday of Beef Congress. I'll be there at the Indiana Beef Cattle Association booth, so stop by and visit and say hi. But I'll be working that booth that particular day, and also I will be interviewing the judges that morning to see their impressions of day one of judging the Hoosier Beef Congress. And then that's just a little update, and my weekly videos will be kind of out of sync. There'll still be a weekly video, but they may be earlier than normal, just to get everything taken care of. Little update on the week ahead. Well, before I explain what's going on, I guess I need to apologize to all the Purina guys, and you'll understand why in just a second. So I'm in at the summer pasture, and here's all the cows gathered around because they heard the tractor running, and they've got hay, so that's not what they're wanting. They're just used to the tractor running. When they hear the tractor, they know there's usually some food, something clear up on the hill. But I guess the reason why I need to say something to the Purina guys, I have these two protein tubs, and you know that they're blue tubs. They're not Purina. They are Producer's Pride. They came from Tractor Supply, and they were on sale about half the price of the competitors. So I thought, well, they're cheap enough, I'll try them. Well, the interesting thing is this tub here, with all the mud on it, those cows had tipped it over and rolled it all the way down in the creek. And there was no way I could lift it, so I had to bring the tractor in and lift it out of the creek. And there's about 10 cows or so that'll be brought home in a couple weeks. Those will be my January calvers. And I'll try and leave the February calvers here in hopes that they can get into some corn stalks. So that's my afternoon project, and I wish I could show you what my hind end looks like when I slid down the bank into the creek. But I don't think you need to see that. Fun times before the snow gets here tonight. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Good morning, everyone. This was the snow from last night. I think they were expecting 2 to 4 inches, and I'd guess we've got close to their expectations. Time for morning chores. And Des likes the snow. Des. What are you doing? Well, as I said, I thought they were pretty accurate on the weather from 2 to 4 inches, and it looks like we got just about 3.5. And doing the morning chores. And there's my crazy border collie. I might mention that we did bed down the goats last night, yesterday afternoon, so they have straw in their pens. So they're in good shape. Heading down to feed the bulls. Yes, and I know this windshield on this gator. This is a county road by my house. You see, it's pretty nasty. Schools are closed today. There's the herd bull, and here comes the 2 replacements. The bigger one is a Conley Passport. I have to tell this quick story. Many of you know that I was a 40-year educator and taught school, which was only one I finished my career at was only 1.5 miles from here. But anyway, I used to plow these county roads with my tractor, probably about over 2 miles, help my neighbors out, etc. I'd plowed the road, and one day at school a young gentleman came in, young man, one of the students, and said, Mr. Sherfield, my dad says you don't plow the roads wide enough. And my response was, well, young man, that will not be a problem from now on. And that's probably been 15 years ago, and I have not done the road since. I have tractors and 4-wheel drives, so I can get in and out. Now, having said that, I will help my neighbors. I just don't plow the roads all the way from here to town. So I just thought that was kind of an interesting situation. No good deed goes unpunished, I guess. I certainly wasn't going to put out hay today, but since we got this much snow, and the cows in my summer pasture that I haven't brought home yet, they did have hay. But when the weather gets like this, I like to make sure that they have plenty, so I'm just going to go ahead and take a couple bales in to them. Well, folks, there's probably going to be 2 videos this week. There's been a lot going on, and I just want to mention I will put in the link, the podcast interview with Gene Copenhaver from Virginia, the NCBA president-elect. I'll put that link in the comments. So thanks for watching. It's been an interesting weather and things going on here. Hit that subscribe button, and hope to have another video by the end of the week. Thanks for watching.